All right, I'm slightly terrified. We're gonna start coding in this hands-on exercise. Sorry about that. Let me say that again. I just dropped my keyboard. Big feet. I don't know what I'm clicking, what keys.
That's going in the bloopers reel.
Yeah, that's good. All right, welcome to hands-on exercise number 2. I'm slightly terrified because we're gonna actually start coding in this hands-on exercise. And I'm not so terrified, like, between coding and doing this hands-on exercise and like getting in a barrel and going over Niagara Falls. I'm definitely going to choose this. And I have the confidence that I've got a good friend next to me to help me out. But here's hands-on exercise number 2. And for this hands-on exercise, you're going to modify the server from Ninja Level 2. Well, there's a lot to read here. Create an OAuth 2 config for your provider. Create an endpoint OAuth login. This should be a post endpoint. And this should generate a UUID to use as a state value. So we've got some pretty clear steps here, which is good. A map should be used to save the state and the expiration time for this login attempt. Key is a string and some state, right?
Yep.
And value is a time, expiration time, 1 hour in the future is reasonable. Redirect the user to OAuth 2 auth code URL. And so that's a good one. And modify your index page to include an OAuth login form. This form should post to OAuth login. The login form should only have a submit button. Verify that attempting to log in sends you to the OAuth provider's login page, and approving sends you back to OAuth receive. You do not have this endpoint yet. If you are using the HTTP ServMux, your index page will serve this endpoint. You do not have this endpoint yet if you are using the HTTP ServMux. Your index will will serve this endpoint.
We're not handling OAuth receive, but if you're using the default ServMux, that comes in the HTTP package. The / your index page will handle requests to OAuth receive. So when you actually go there, it'll show your index page, but your URL bar will show all that. It will show OAuth receive.
I'm such a visual person. Like, I heard all of that, but I'm not able to wrap my head around it. I hope you were, and you're going to see me wrap my head around it when I start coding. But right now, it's your chance to start coding. So pause this video and go do this hands-on exercise to the best of your abilities. And when you're done, or if you get stuck, come on back and unpause the video, and you're going to watch me slug my way through this one. All right, so that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'm excited about it. I'm just kind of being melodramatic for fun's sake, for fun's sake. And so for the first thing, we need to modify the server from Ninja Level 2. So I got to go back and look at Ninja Level 2, which is right here. And we left off there with V032, so I want to get the code from that point, right?
Yep. Which the only thing I think got changed, the token Go is still in the code base. I think the only thing that got changed is main.go. So
it's main.go. So I want this code though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get that code. And to do that, I'm going to... I want to be able to keep this Amazon Notes, and so one idea I have is just to copy this into memory, like Control-A, Control-C, and then just recreate it in the code I pull down. Do you have another thought that might be more Git way to do it?
Not really, and branching off from that point would mean that you got to branch from there. I would say your best bet is to go get that code, copy the main from there, and then go back to master and paste the main into master here.
Oh, really? Okay. And so I could do that in a couple of ways. The easiest way that I'm thinking is just go straight to GitHub on the web, look at it raw, copy it there, come back and paste it in.
Yeah.
But is there a more, like if I wanted to do that from a Git perspective, right here at the terminal, to get that version, I could do git checkout v0.32.0, I think that was it, right?
Yep.
And then that's going to bring me that code, correct?
Yep.
And so that code is now there. And what happened was you're in a detached head state. So there's the log of all of my commits. And this log now is only to 32. But in reality, our repo has gone up to, right? Like we were at 38 on the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone up to 38. And so I'm missing the next 6 things. And so my head is no longer at the front. Tell me how to understand head a little bit more. Head is where I'm at.
Yeah, head is
It's like
where
where
you
my
get,
headspace is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it's the head where when you grow Git wise, you grow from that point.
Ah. Have you heard
So
about
Git's a tree, and so your head is where you're growing, is the end, the
Okay,
tip, and that's
I
where you're
have
growing
to
from.
I have to give a little comedic break. This guy is a mushroom, one of the world's leading mushroom authorities, Paul Stamets. This is actually a hat made out of a mushroom. That's a mushroom. He wears a mushroom hat, and he lives in Washington. He has this company, Fungi Perfecti, and you could buy all kinds of mushrooms from him.
Yeah.
And he discovered that there are these ants that if they get infected with the mushroom grows into their head and then grows out of their head and it kills them. And so if an ant has been infected with this mushroom, the other ants there's ants that stand guards at the entrance to the ant kingdom, right? The hole, and they won't let the ants in. I know this is a tangent. If they can sense that they've been infected with that mushroom, they kill them right there, and you can't come in. And he found a way to make it so that the ants couldn't detect that mushroom when they were infected. And now he's made a tremendous amount of money because that's how you get rid of ants. Because those ants go in, they're infected, their heads grow mushrooms and explode and infect all the other ants. And all the ants grow from the head, the mushrooms. Isn't that interesting?
A little creepy.
Yeah, it's a nature. So my head right now, this is where everything grows from. So if I just went forward, it's not that I'm branching, but I'm overwriting the ones that would be ahead if I started making commits from here.
Yeah, the note above there says you're in a detached head state. You can look around, make experimental changes and commit them, but when you go back to an actual branch, those commits will kind of be discarded if they haven't been made into an actual branch by themselves.
Okay, so if I wanted to work on this, I'd branch out from here, work on it, and then I'd bring my head back up to wherever the repo is at, right now V038, and then I'd merge that branch into...
No, you cannot do a branch here and then merge back into master, because master will note that it's overwritten all those stuff. The commits on master have made changes to that original main.go, and you have not... and so it'll keep those changes.
Total confusion, right?
Yes, it'll keep those changes on master because master's overwritten that file, and your branch has not added more changes and such on top of that got merged into the file. There's changes that have been made. So the easiest way is just to literally just copy that file and then go back to master and paste it.
If you want to create a new branch to retain commits you create, you may do so now or later by using checkout command again. And
that'll just create a branch from this point. That doesn't help you get that up to master.
Yeah, but if I created a branch from this point, you're saying that I couldn't then later merge that into master if I made changes to like main.go?
Because master has changes to main.go itself too, and those also have to be applied.
Like in 34, 35, or 36, those are changes. So then it's going to make me reconcile the differences?
Yes.
Okay.
So your easiest bet is just to copy the files, go back to master, and make your changes there.
All right. So here I am. I'm going to copy main, Control-A, Control-C. And then close that, and then come back here and Q to get out a log and clear. And if I do a git, oh yeah, it shows me here I'm in version 32, right?
Yep, yeah, it's a git bash thing.
And then I just want to do git checkout V0380, or is there another way to get right to the current?
You can git checkout master. In fact, that's better than checking out the tag because
git checkout master. Git stash.
Oh, yeah, it's because your editor automatically adjusted go mod.
All right, git stash.
Just go git stash by itself. It does everything.
And then
and now you can check out.
Git checkout master. And then I'm going to
git stash drop.
Stash drop. I think we need to integrate some git commands that have something to do with mushrooms out your head. And clear. And
Yep.
so now if I do a git log, I'm at 38.
Yep.
So it looks like all's good. I'm back to 38. I'm at git checkout master, and then I could come in here. Main.go's got nothing in it.
You're scrolled down.
Oh, there we go. And
Nice.
I want to get rid of all this,
So
right?
just, select all and paste.
But there's a lot of code you wrote in here for OAuth. Maybe I want to look at that.
It's all in
Control
GitHub.
A, Control V. All right, and that's our. That was a whole
Yeah.
lot of stuff just to modify the server from Ninja Level 2. We'll see you in the next hands-on exercise. Create an OAuth 2 config for your provider.
So I'd recommend just making a commit here, even if you don't tag it,
Okay.
just so you got a point to go back to.
Git add -a and git commit -m, bringing up main.go from Ninja 02 v032 0. Right?
Yep.
Sound good? And then git push.
Yep. So yeah,
And we won't
probably
tag it.
probably won't bother tagging it, but just have it as a
Git log.
commit.
And so, cool. There it is.
Yep.
And queue and clear.